Hi everyone, today's review is for Vogue 1220. They describe this dress as a loose-fitting, mid-knee length dress. Has child pleated collar, partial waistline seam, pleats, side slant pockets, princess seam in bodice, back darts, short shoulders with turn back cuff, stitched hem facing, right fly front button closure, and tie belt. And I will go in a little bit more to show you the pleated waistline. This is the part that gave me the most problems. I did my petite adjustment and I also modified the pattern to add more ease to the hip line because I am a size 14 on top, but I'm something like an 18 below, and so I always have to modify my patterns to give it more ease. But this pattern was really tricky with the modification. I really thought about how I was going to do it because how the way it's shaped, it has like a form of, I don't know how you describe the shape of the bottom. Is it like a reverse tulip shape? I have no idea, but I had to I had to really think about how the way I was going to modify that. So that is the waistline. I didn't do the pockets, as you'll see later on, and I top stitched this whole area right here. Oh my god, that was a workout, let me tell you. The cuff sleeves, it has a French seam within. Let me see if I can show you right there. There you go. There's a French seam in there because obviously you're going to turn it up, so they want it to look really neat. This is the back up at the neckline. It's done by a pleated detail and it's turned under, and that's how they get that shawl effect in the bottom. And the back, that's the princess seam, and those are the darts, and the hemline is about 3.5 inches, and it's made by using, I think it's 2 strips of fabric. You stitch it and you turn it under, and that's how you get the hemline. And I'll show you the other details and we'll come back to finish it off. This is the back neckline bias binding strip. This strip you'll be getting in the actual pattern itself, but this is basically how the way it looks when you insert it in. The pleats come here, and I think what you want to do is that you want to do probably like a 1/2 inch stitch all the way along. They didn't really tell you how much inches this needs to be, but if you don't do a 1/2 inch seam, your pleats are going to get sucked into your seam. So 1/2 inch seam on the neckline. So this is the waistline and the side. So these are the 2 darts, and as you can see, I didn't use the pockets. So because I didn't use the pockets, I decided to do a top stitch to really secure the closing of the diagonal side seam. And then on this side is the buttonhole fly, and that's basically how the way it looks once you put it in. They want you to tack this down. I don't know whether or not I'm gonna tack it. I gotta see exactly how that works out, but that's how that looks. So this is a whole view of the back. Do I recommend this pattern? Well, yes, I do recommend this pattern because it is a really nice pattern once it's made. However, I find that it's not a pattern for beginners because there is a lot of pivoting while you're sewing corners and setting in corners, and that is the type of thing that it takes a lot more experience to know how to do it. I'm not the most experienced sewer, but it was challenging for me. I would definitely say that. Also, if you are a person that needs to multi-size your patterns between the top and the bottom, you have to know how to modify this pattern. It's kind of tricky in that you have to put the ease in a certain place that does not alter the look of the dress. And so that is probably not something a beginner would be able to know just where to put it. But other than that, if you have all these skills and you think it's worth the time, it takes a lot of time. Go for it. It's really great. I'm very happy I made it, and the pattern and the instructions itself is very well done. If you need to modify it, you're gonna have some problems. That's all. So thanks for watching the review. I hope you had a great sewing weekend, and that's it. Goodbye.